The procedure for filling section C, D, and E is the same as section B. The only difference is that for section B, the VAT rate is at 16%. For section C, the rate is at 8%. And for section D, the rate is at 0%. And for section E, VAT is exempted in totality. So for instance, in section C, which is other rated sales details, VAT is rated at 8%. VAT is rated at 8%. So here you only input details of products sold and whose VAT rating is 8%. This rate applied to certain supplies, that is the petroleum products, prior to the 1st of July 2023, but was deleted by the Finance Act 2023. And then for section D, which is zero rated sales details, so your ETR receipts will clearly indicate whether a product is zero rated. So more often than not, commodities that are zero rated are those that are considered necessary. Examples of zero rated goods include certain foods and beverages, exported goods, prescription medications, equipment for the disabled, water and sewerage services. That is just examples of zero rated sales. For section E, exempted sales details, exempt supplies are not taxable supplies, and any related input tax is therefore not deductible. Exempt supplies are listed in the first schedule to the VAT Act 2013. Note that taxpayers who only make exempt supplies are not required to register for VAT. So that's all for section C, D, and E. It's just the same as this general rated sales details. General rated sales, this is standard rate of 16%. For other rated sales is 8%, like initially for the petroleum products, but now it was deleted, not anymore. Zero rated, the rate is at 0% for exports and for any other product that is zero rated. Exempt, exempted in totality. Remember, if you have no details for other rated sales, you leave that section C blank. Don't type anything. If you have no detail for the zero rated sales section, section D, you leave it blank. And you do the same for section E if you don't have any detail for that, but you have them, you include, you just do it the way we did for section B. Section F, general rated purchases details. For this section, it requires that you input your company's purchases details. So if your company or business didn't make any purchases during the period for which you are filing VAT returns, then just leave this section blank. But if purchases were made and relative tax invoices stored, you are required to fill those details in this section. So you start by selecting from the drop-down list the type of purchase, whether local or import. Let's say local. Just like in section B, you type in the PIN of the supplier, the KRA PIN of the supplier, then the name of the supplier, the invoice date, invoice number, describe the good, and then the taxable value. Remember we said the taxable value is the subtotal, the amount, the total amount you paid less the taxes. So let's say if you paid 4,500 for the purchase, the VAT will auto-populate in this section. So this This is 4,500 is the subtotal. The total amount you paid is 4,500 plus this 720. I hope that is clear. And then let's choose import. Let's say you imported that purchase. You see, when you select import, the Excel sheet blocks you from entering the PIN, but it opens up the chance of you entering the custom entry number. You can type it in here from the receipts of your purchases while you are importing. Then you type in the amount. It's just straightforward like that. Type in the amount and then the tax amount will auto-populate. That is for section F. It's quite simple. For section G, H, and I, that is section G, other rated purchases, section H, zero rated purchases, section I, exempted purchases. The procedure is the same. The procedure for filling this section G, H, and I is the same as demonstrated in this section F. The only difference, once again, is on the rates. This is other rated purchases. It's rated at 8%. At 8%, as you can see. For zero rated, it's rated at 0%, of course. Then for exempted purchases, rated, it's not it's exempted, that is exempted in totality. That's the point. Section J, VAT imported services details. This section captures details of VAT on imported services. So note that any importer of an imported service, irrespective of his VAT registration status, is liable to pay VAT on the imported service. VAT on imported service is also referred to as reverse VAT. So if you have any details of the same, you just input the values here. If you don't have any, you just leave the section blank. Then you can click next to go to the VAT, section K, VAT payment credits. If you have made any advance payments to KRA, you can put in the details here. If you don't have any, just leave the section blank. For withholding tax, leave it blank because you cannot edit this one. And then for section M, now this one highlights everything for the sales and the purchases. So the total output VAT is 1,721 according to the numbers we've put in, and the total input VAT is 16,720. Then click next to go to the final section, which is section O, which will tell you VAT due, the calculation of the VAT due. And then you can go ahead. You see now this negative value here, negative 30,000, means that this is the amount you owe KRA. You're supposed to pay KRA 30,998.62 Kenya shillings. When you click on validate,